Nora, Nora, what a woman you are. But seriously, Nora, you know my principles on these points. No debt, no borrowing. Home life ceases to be free and beautiful as soon as it is founded on borrowing and debt. We two have held out bravely till now, and we are not going to give in at the last.
Very well, as you please, Torvald.
Come, come, my little lark mustn't droop her wings like that. What, is my squirrel in the sulks? Nora, what do you think I have here?
Money!
There. Of course, I know all sorts of things I wanted at Christmas.
10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, thank you, Torvald. This will go a long way.
I should hope so.
Yes, indeed, a long way. But come here and let me show you all I've been buying. And so cheap! Look, here's a new suit for Ivar and a little sword. Here are a horse and a trumpet for Bob. And here are a doll and a cradle for Emmy. They're only common, but they're good enough for her to pull to pieces. And dress stuffs and kerchiefs for the servants. I ought to have got something better for old Anna.
And what's in that other parcel?
No, Torvald, you're not to see that until this evening.
Oh, But now tell me, little spendthrift, have you thought of anything for yourself?
For myself? Oh no, I don't want anything. I'm going at once. I dare say Christina will take me in for tonight.
You are mad. I shall not allow it. I forbid it.
It is of no use for your forbidding me anything now. I shall take with me what belongs to me. From you I will accept nothing, either now or afterwards.
What madness this is?
Tomorrow I will go home, to what was my home. It will be easier for me to find some opening there.
Oh, in your blind inexperience?
I must try to gain experience, Torvald.
To forsake your home, your husband, and your children, and you don't consider what the world will say.
I can pay no heed to that. I only know that I must do it.
This is monstrous. Can you forsake your holiest duties in this way?
What do you consider my holiest duties?
Do I need to tell you that? Your duties to your husband and your children.
I have other duties equally sacred.
Impossible. What duties do you mean?
My duties towards myself.
Before all else, you are a wife and a mother.
That I no longer believe. I believe that before all else, I'm a human being just as much as you are, or at least that I should try to become one. I know that most people agree with you, Torvald, and that they say so in books, but henceforth I can't be satisfied with what most people say and what is in books. I must think things out for myself and try to get clear about them.
Let me introduce you. This is Christina, who has come to town.
Christina? Pardon me. I don't know.
Miss Lind, Torvald dear. Christina Lind.
Indeed. A school friend of my wife's, no doubt.
Yes, we knew each other as girls.
And only think! She has taken this long journey on purpose to speak to you.
To speak to me?
Well, not quite.
You see, Christina is tremendously clever at office work. And she's so anxious to work under a first-rate man of business in order to learn still more.
Very sensible indeed.
And when she heard you were appointed manager, it was telegraphed, you know, she started off at once. And Torvald, dear, for my sake, you must do something for Christina. Now, can't you?
It's not impossible. I presume Mrs. Lynn is a widow?
Yes.
And you have already had some experience of business?
A good deal.
Well then, it's very likely I may be able to find a place for you.
There now, there now.
You have come at a fortunate moment, Mrs. Lind.
Oh, how can I thank you?
There is no occasion.
Wretched woman, what have you done?
Let me go. You shall not save me. You shall not take my guilt upon yourself.
I don't want any melodramatic airs. Here you shall stay and give an account of yourself. Do you understand what you have done? Answer. Do you understand it?
Yes. Now I begin fully to understand it.
Oh, what an awful awakening. During all these 8 years, she who was my pride and my joy, a hypocrite, a liar, worse, a criminal, or the unfathomable hideousness of it all. Ugh, ugh! I ought to have known how it would be. I ought to have foreseen it. All your father's want of principle. All your father's want of principle you have inherited, be it no religion, no morality, no sense of duty. How I am punished for screening him. I did it for your sake, and you reward me like this.
Yes, like this.
You have destroyed my whole happiness. You have ruined my future. It was frightful to think of. I am in the power of a scoundrel. He can do whatever he pleases with me, demand whatever he chooses. He can domineer me over me as much as he likes, and I must submit. And all this disaster and ruin is brought upon me by an unprincipled woman.